Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Russ back again with another Madden 19 Ultimate Team episode. This is the start of a new season, man. Last episode, our season did not end well, man. We won the wild card. We got to the divisional, and then we got beat like 34-0 before the first quarter even ended. It was horrible. Everything went against us. The guy got a kickoff return. We had overthrows with Walter Payton. It was crazy, man. We end up having some changes to the offense in this game. You guys can see Russell Wilson. I know, you may be thinking, you already had Russell Wilson. Well, here's the thing. I think I judged Russell Wilson a little bit too harshly because I've used at least 3 or 4 other quarterbacks since then. They all miss the same throws, man. It seems like every quarterback I use, if they're going to miss a throw, it's overthrown. And that's really Russell's only problem. And I'm a big Seahawk fan. I'm a huge Seahawk fan. And Russell Wilson is my favorite player along with Bobby Wagner. You know, I love a bunch of Seahawks, but Russell Wilson is the guy, man. I mean, my fucking channel is named after him. That's his Twitter handle. That's his fucking nickname. That's my YouTube channel name is based after Russell Wilson. So, I don't know. I thought it was appropriate. We got Russell Wilson. We got conductor on him. And you know what? I got to say, he's pretty good. You know, I know the 88 I said shit about, but honestly, he played pretty good comparing him to some of the other QBs I've used and what throws they've missed compared to him. Really is not that much different. But we did change up our jerseys as well as our stadium. The stadium, I have the Niners one. My boy Nemo traded me his jersey or his stadium for something. I don't know. We did something. I ended up with the stadium, and I figured, you know, nice change of scenery. I actually like the San Francisco stadium in this game and in real life, except for the actual field. The turf is absolutely horrendous. But the actual field itself looks good in game. So, you know, a little change of scenery, like I said. Different from CenturyLink. We'll probably go back at some point, but we'll rock the, I'm not exactly sure what this stadium's called. Is it Levi Stadium? I think that's right. But anyway, man, this game was, this was interesting. You know, like I said, we had a couple new pickups. We had Russell Wilson. We had J.J. Watt, actually. J.J. Watt will play kind of a D-tackle hybrid end position in our 4-3. But, you know, that's a pretty big pickup, man. We got 2 good ends now. We got J.J. Watt and Frank Clark along with Joey Bosa, so that's huge. But now moving on in this game, we ended up starting off this game pretty poorly, man. He ends up getting a touchdown, a spec catch touchdown, which I think went to Randy Moss, if I'm not mistaken. You know, as always, or, you know, most of the time, man, you guys know, I've said it so many times, my team is outmatched, and this game was no different. This guy pretty much could have chucked it up all game, and I'm sure he would have had a 50-50 chance of catching it. My corners were just getting absolutely toasted all game. On offense, I was actually able to move it. I feel like if I'm going to move the ball on offense, it's 50-50 because I feel like my run is just not working, and I feel like my pass plays, it's like, that's the only shit that seems to work consistently. My run game is honestly just a distraction, honestly. I mean, it really is. It's just a distraction. I can't really run the ball with much effectiveness. I try to, so I think I'm just going to try to pass a bunch again and not really worry about my O-line all that much anymore. I was trying to get, like, run block and stuff like that, but I might actually, like, sell my O-line because I'm playing MUT squads more and I'm playing defense, so I might take the coins from my O-line, put it into my defense. And then we'd have a sick defense, but kind of a shitty O-line. I don't know. Let me know if O-line is that important or if it's important to you. But anyway, man, you know, getting back into this game, 7-0, we're trying to move the ball. We have been moving the ball right there. That was an absolutely horrendous read. Trying to throw it to Christian McCaffrey. We do have Christian McCaffrey for this game. Didn't even talk about him, man. Kind of a ghost pickup. We have him just for this game only. And then I think I have like a dumbed down version for the rest of the series. I do end up keeping Christian McCaffrey, but I think he's only like 84, 85 overall. My boy Rad ended up commenting a couple times for me to get Christian McCaffrey. I didn't have the coins, and I decided to pick him up just to try him, man. But he's pretty good. You know, he's solid. He can do pretty much everything I want him to do is right here. He completely burns me, man. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He just fucking toasted me. This game actually made me switch my users. You know, I've been telling you guys that my users have fell off at middle linebacker. This game, I actually end up switching to usering the safety. And I know that kind of sounds like, oh shit, Russ usering the safety? That's bad. It actually ends up helping me for the better, man. I think the second half I end up switching. And I got to say, I think I actually like usering the free safety more now. I don't know why. The middle linebacker just feels like I can't really do anything. And it feels like the safeties are so dumb. I just trust myself back there and not giving up the big play rather than just hoping that the CPU will guard it for me. Because obviously the plays I've got burnt on this game are just relying on my secondary to cover, and they've gotten spec catched on and then just straight beat. So, you know, like I was saying earlier, we do have Christian McCaffrey. I'm trying to find him pretty regularly in this game, but he doesn't show up all that often. Honestly, doesn't free up very much. But he is a threat out there, and he's definitely useful. We did not run the ball with him very much at all. Like I said, we just weren't really running the ball right here. This guy plays that really well. We actually had Jerry Rice. He starts to rush us, and I think the throw under pressure, unfortunately for Russell Wilson, just makes him throw it out of bounds. So anyway, we end up getting 3 points out of it. So, we'll take it, of course. Second quarter, a minute 30 left. Obviously, this dude's trying to get some points before half. I do end up using the safety right there. So I do switch to it just before half, just to make sure I don't get beat by that stuff. I'm using Sean Taylor. I am going to get a new user. You guys will see soon. I think next episode we should have a new user at free safety. But he is definitely a way better user than Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor's pretty good, but not a fantastic user in my opinion. 2nd and 19. This guy chucks it up way deep. He's probably 15 yards deep in the pocket, and then he tries to throw like a 50-yard pass. Nickel Roby-Coleman, my 5'8 monster, ends up coming up with the pick. We got to get somebody else at second corner. Nickel Roby-Coleman, he's good, but 5'8 at number 2 corner when I'm mostly going up against Randy Moss and shit all the time. It's like, that's not viable, man. But, just before half, getting a pick, obviously that's huge. We're trying to move the ball. We really have had no trouble moving the ball. We're just trying to get the ball out quick. This guy's pressure is pretty crazy. I don't know if my O-line is... if it even matters, man. Like, my O-line gets worked even though I have, like, 90s everywhere. I don't even know. Again, let me know if you guys think O-line is really important or if you can get by with some lower overall ones or if you're just going to get owned no matter what, because it honestly doesn't seem like it matters to me, man. But 2nd and 8 rolling out, not able to really find anybody. 10 for 20 so far, man. We're just not really able to get a string of passes completed, but we're completing them when it matters, man. 3rd and 8, we end up juking out his user pretty easily. He kind of runs into no man's land, but just clicks on to somebody else, and Russell Wilson can't avoid, more than 1 or 2 people. And we end up taking our field goal just at the end of half to make it 14-6 and, making it a 1-score game. So obviously kicking off in the second half kind of hurts, but if we can make a stop, again, only down by 1 score, so we can do some work here, man. Deion Sanders gets really, really, really close to taking off and taking that back to the house, but, fortunately for us, his blocker kind of gets in the way, slows him up, and we're able to catch him. Right here, you guys see the post that he's running, man. Those are plays that were just killing me. I mean, absolutely killing me. But I was able to cover it, and unfortunately just, coverage broke down because we got no pressure at all, really, and he was just able to run around forever with Mike Vick, finds Ricky Williams, and now here he's running with Vick again, getting out of bounds at the 27-yard line. He has 3 rushes for 27 yards with Vick, being pretty efficient with Vick running the ball. 1 rush for 3 yards with Franco Harris. I haven't seen him all game. He ends up getting his first carry. Tries to run with Ricky Williams. Does not get it. I guess he was content with taking his field goal. That is one thing that helped us, is he seemed to get kind of timid once he got in the red zone with his lead. I think I'm kind of the same way. I get kind of, I don't know, I get scared. I don't want to lose my lead. So, if I have the chance to make it 2 scores, I'm trying to make sure I don't turn the ball over. I think that's what this guy was doing. But, we're trying to move the ball, just not really able to do it. We're 10 for 22 so far, but a huge completion to, I think that's Tyler Lockett, who hasn't really shown up that much in our offense. Makes a huge catch for us right there. We have triangle wide open. That's Jerry Rice. We end up moving him to the slot because, I target my slot receiver the most, and Jerry is easily our best receiver, so why not put it in our best receiver's hands most of the time? So Jerry is our slot receiver now, and Tyler Lockett will be running most of the deep stuff. Christian McCaffrey gets a rare carry, 4 for 23 in this game. Like I said, we just didn't end up rushing with him too much. Right here, trying to run the ball with Russell Wilson, just trying to find a lane, and we do. Fortunately, we get inside the 5-yard line, just inside the 5. 1st and goal, running with Marshawn Lynch, trying to get it in. Obviously, we still have Marshawn for the power situations, even though at this point, Ricky Williams is getting to the overall and stats where he's like the same as Marshawn. Anyway, man, we end up getting in with Christian McCaffrey on a nice stretch play out of I form to make it 17-12, and then we run it again, man, to make it 17-14. Same play, and just like that, we're only down 3. I gotta admit, it got a little bit hairy once we got in the red zone, man. I was really trying to look to run with Russell on that 3rd and 2 or whatever. It's right here. We get a user pick with the safety, man. Like I said, we switched to usering the safety. It made a huge difference as we steal a possession away from him. Just throw right at me, man. Why the fuck not? But like I was saying on the drive before, my goal line passing has been kind of horrendous, man. So I was trying to play smart, and luckily we ended up getting the first with Russell, and Christian McCaffrey finished it off. We get the pick. Only down 3 in the 4th quarter now. We can win this game, dude. It seemed like just a second ago we were down 2 scores, pretty much dead in the water. But this guy getting greedy and us getting a pick with the safety. Like I said, I hadn't really used the safety that much going into this game. So getting a pick with it and just seeing him test it was really huge, man, because nobody was really testing my middle linebacker user because they were just throwing over top of it every time. It really made no difference me using the linebacker at all, or it seemed like it didn't. But 1st and 10, Russell rolling all the way out to the right. There is nothing there. Have to throw that away, unfortunately. 13 for 29 for 208 yards. My goodness. No picks. Luckily, no mistakes, but just not that efficient so far. But we have put up points, trying to run with McCaffrey, not getting much. 3rd and 10, looking for George Fant. And my God, get this man on your team because he has glue on his hands. He has stickum on his hands, man. George Fant, that guy seems to catch everything. I don't get how, but he ends up making the 1st down. Marshawn Lynch getting a decent run. Christian McCaffrey trying to get into the end zone, gets stopped at the 3-yard line. 7 rushes for 29 yards. 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. We run it with McCaffrey again, gets to the edge and gets into the end zone for the touchdown as we take the lead with just under 2 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Man, what a game. What a game, dude. Sean Taylor using him out there at free safety, obviously. Still trying to get used to it, but I trust myself, man. Frank Clark has 2 sacks on the game. He's been a beast ever since I added him to my team. Right here, again, guarding the post, and I end up accidentally clicking off, man. I didn't mean to fucking do that. I was so used to, not being on the safety that I accidentally pressed B right as the ball came towards me, and unfortunately, I don't get the pick. I still think Sean Taylor should have picked it. I mean, I clicked off, but he was right there. But unfortunately, we can't get the pick. We forced him to 4th and 27, though, so it does not matter. Our fucking free safety click-off fail doesn't end up coming to hurt us as we end up forcing the rage quit, man. 21-17, we make the comeback. We get a pick, or a user pick with our safety. My goodness, I did not think I would get that going into this game. We fuck up on the second one, but it doesn't matter. Our D-line went off. 4th and 22. I mean, the guy was just done, man. It was over. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, man. That was a hell of a game. Really glad I won that one. I've been wanting to bring you guys some dubs for once in MUT because it feels like all these teams, the speed is unbelievable. I mean, it's crazy to matching up against these teams with the speed that they have. Ugh, it's crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, I'm out. Peace.